Hi guys. Okay, so I just started making some raggedy pages for my raggedy journal. If you haven't seen my raggedy journal, this is the journal cover. It's just some corrugated cardboard that's been painted, cut out of a butterfly, and just some fabric scraps. This little guy has been on my shelf for probably a year now, and I decided to finally finish him a few weeks ago, but I still haven't done anything other than I think all I did was add the green sari silk and this polka dot fabric around the centerpiece just to frame the image. But anyway, I thought I'm going to start working on it and get it done this week. So I was going to make some raggedy pages for my journal. And when I say raggedy pages are like just raggedy pages. They're just like little bits of scrap fabric, and this is some old curtain, little scraps of lace, and I just pretty much sew them straight down with one stitch. Don't think about it, just chuck them down. So I thought, instead of just making a few for my raggedy journal, I might make some for my Etsy shop, but I'll stop and show you how to do them, I suppose. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I know some people find it easier to just watch someone do something. So I'll show you what I'm going to use. I've just got, these are actually little raggedy bits. Little bits of, this was an old blouse, but when you rip it, I love the raggedy edges. And that's the piece that I've used here. It's got little peach flowers on it. What else? Just little bits of leftover bits. This has got some nice leaves and stuff on it. Some little bits that were left over from, you know, when I make ruffles, the little end bits. This fabric, I think, came from Jane Carter, and I made some really pretty ruffles with it just recently. Bits of tablecloth. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll use all of this, but I've just grabbed a bunch of stuff out of my little scrap fabric bin. Most of it is green, or actually most of these are florals. I've also got some of this. This is like a really old curtain that I coffee dyed, and it rips so easy. Honestly, it's like so fragile. I can rip it with my fingers, but I really like how it looks underneath. Kind of like cheesecloth. Always looks really pretty underneath. And what else am I going to use? Oh, I've got a few fabric bits that I've been meaning to use for a while but haven't, and I'm pretty sure these are from Jane Carter as well. Jane Carter is one of the girls in the Junk Journal Down Under Facebook group, and she sent me a lovely happy mail, and I was really happy because she knows me. She knows I don't buy new crafty products, and all my fabrics and everything is like old clothing and bed sheets, and it could be new fabric but bought from a recycle centre, but that's rare. But all of hers, it looked like from old clothing. So you can see the hem. Oh, hear that drilling? That's work being done on my garage, which will become my new crafty studio. This was from Jane as well. And this was from Jane as well. Looks like she picked some, see, really pretty clothing to cut up. And you can get awesome fabric like this from op shops. Just, yeah. I like old granny dresses and stuff. This, Jane, I think it was from you as well, but I can't remember, to be honest. But it was with this other fabric, so I think it was from you. And I might use this. I did have a different project in mind for this, but I might cut some of the little daisies out because they're really cute and use some of that. And what's this? Oh, this is just some, this was actually my daughter's old doona cover and bed sheet set. Had butterflies on it. It was when she was really young. And I had kept it for years and years. And it was really worn thin because it was the one she loved the most. Every time I washed it, it went straight back on the bed. So I had kept it and I thought I'm going to finally use it. And I think I used some of these butterflies to make little pockets or something in my grungy botanical journals. Okay, so those, and I've also got just a bag of scrapped lace here. So there's some different colours. So what I'm trying to do is just restrict it to a few pieces. I don't want to overthink it. Just a bit of raggedy fabric, a bit of old curtain, a bit of lace. Like, there's only 3 pieces on this. 1 stitch down the centre. There's all sorts of little bits in here. Different colours. Some gold. Oh, that's from an old curtain as well. So is that. I don't know. This is stretchy. This looks like lingerie or nightgown or something. Anyway, you get the gist. Now, you can go on and put like bits of book page underneath and all that and collage it really well. I'm just going to keep mine super simple. I'm only going to use what I've pulled out. I don't want to go pulling other stuff out, otherwise you overthink it and you take forever. So, oh, you'll notice I've used a light thread here. Some of the pages I did for a different journal, like this one, I had black thread in there. Actually, that's the same fabrics. So I just use whatever's in my machine at the time. I don't change it. But actually, I think I do like the black thread. I always use black or dark brown. But now I've seen it with the lighter thread, I'm going to keep the lighter thread in there. 1, because I'm too lazy to rethread my machine. And 2, I think it looks prettier. Anyway, that's it. So I'm going to move you to the sewing machine and I'll get started. Okay, before I start sewing, there's a fat cat on my fabric. Thank you, Clivey. Clivey has come to say hello. He loves my craft room. And I bet he'll love the garage when I move in there because he'll have so much more room. Hey, Clivey, say hello, Travis. Hello, Sue Freeman. They're his 2 biggest fans. Look, he's so cute. Clivey, you're making me show my messy, messy desk. Anyway, yes, he is a fat cat. He steals Dory's food all the time. We have to feed her in the laundry because he'll eat his and then go eat her food. Dory's his older sister. And he loves sitting on papers and fabric. I suppose all kitties do. And this is his usual position. He will actually roll over and hang half off the desk. And this is why you don't see a lot of Clivey, because he doesn't fit on my desk. Oh my gosh, I just think of JD. Your little Keanu is so tiny compared to my fat cat Clivey. Okay, Clivey, let's get started. So bye-bye. Look at his he's got like big lion paws. They're so big and meaty. He doesn't like the builders out there making a lot of noise. So bye-bye. Say mwah. Okay. Off to my sewing machine. Oh my goodness, you're seeing my messy desk. Okay, this is actually a bit hard to film because I've got all my fabric and lace on my desk, and my sewing machine is on another table that's adjacent to my desk. It's kind of like an L shape. So can you see? Okay, I hope you can see that. And I hope my sewing machine's not too messy for too noisy for you. Messy, yes. See all this stuff here? Yeah, I've got crap everywhere. Fabric, there's always like heaps of fabric around. Okay. It's also hard because I've got you propped up on some books just there, and my paper is hitting the books, so I have to fold it up a little. I did last time I did some sewing on camera. I used a tripod, but that was between my legs and my arms couldn't quite reach, so I've stuck you on. You're actually sitting on a sticky tape, the core of a sticky tape roll with 2 notches cut out on either side, and my phone is just slotted in like that. I'll show you at the end if I remember. Okay. Anyway, this is all I do. This one's kind of I can't really do a big S shape. I suppose I could. I was going to do a line down here, and then maybe one that way. There. Okay, stop talking and sew. I'm also going to leave all my threads on, and I'll leave them long, so whoever gets them can make a decision whether they want to take them off or not. I think I'm actually just going to... This one's a bit awkward because there's a daisy in there that I don't want to... Okay. Scissors. Okay. I'll show you all of them at the end. Actually, I like how that one turned out. And I may have to do this in parts because I need to stop soon. Oh, see this thing here? This is all my little threads. This is all my threads. When I cut them, I chuck them in there. One day I'll do something with them. Okay. I've prepared just a couple, kind of. What I might do is just do a couple on camera, and then I'll just sew the rest off camera and show you them at the end because it's a bit awkward. When I get my new room finished, I'll actually have a lot more room, and I can set up a tripod properly on the other side of the desk so I can show you and sew properly. So I also can't see the camera. I can't see what you're seeing unless I peer around. This one's too square and neat. Okay, I'll make it go a bit wonky. This one I'm just going to do like an S shape, I suppose. Hear that little bird outside? He's going crazy. Did I pull my thread out? No. because I always actually I do backstitch when I sew papers. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I don't know why they don't actually. Now normally when I'm doing this by myself, I don't snip the thread at the end of each one. I leave all the pages attached, like this one big long thing, and then I just snip them all apart at the end. That's that one. I'll show you at the end anyway. Okay. This one I've already got kind of laid out how I want it. You see, I've got no room on my left hand side to sit comfortably. How do I want to sew this guy? I think I'm going to just go from here. Actually, from here, kind of like a backwards C. My thread's coming out. This is a little flower, it's kind of opaque. Actually, that one's kind of made a little pocket, but what I'll probably do is I'll just put a little touch of glue under there, I think. I just didn't want to sew over the flower on this one. Actually, this one I'm going to run a stitch down the other side as well. See, I always change my own rules. I say, oh, oops, I've pulled my thread out. I say I'll just do one stitch on all of them and then I don't. Yeah, actually, I think that's better. Going around it. I have no idea how much you're seeing. Okay, but you get the idea. I just take, okay, those ones are kind of prepared, so I'll just do one that's a bit willy-nilly now. It's kind of hard because of the angle. Okay, this guy's a bit long, so I'm going to snip him. I don't measure. Actually, I don't like that these are all rectangle shaped, these pieces, most of them. I wish they were more, let me use a piece of this. Wish they were more weird kind of shapes. When I do some more, I might pull out some weird shaped fabric. I've got all these little strange pieces from, you know, when you cut up old clothes and you've got the sheets, the sleeves and all that sort of stuff. This one I'm going to use some of this, I think. Maybe, I don't know yet. Yeah, actually, I think I'll use that guy on there. What else do I want in? I want some, might just put a bit of green or yellow lace. No, the green's too lost. Maybe some of this yellow. too long. Okay, that'll do. It's so hard to do this on camera at this angle. Usually I can whip these little babies out really quick. Okay, which way am I going to go? I think I'll go this way. I'm sure there's some real seamstresses out there, real sewers that are like, what on earth is she doing? Okay, so that's that one. I think they just turn out cute when you just sew those babies down. Okay, I'll do one more. Really raggedy one. Actually, I'm going to use this bit of green. This little guy's been hanging around forever. Maybe some of this. Okay, sorry, I can't do that up on the sewing machine. Oh my gosh, this one is super fluffy. Look at this. See all these silly threads? I keep them in that little container behind my sewing machine. And yeah, I use them for strange stuff. Don't ask me what, I don't know, but next time I use some, I'll show you on camera. Okay, this guy needs something. What does he need? I'm just rummaging through the fabric on my desk. So maybe this little raggy piece. I love when I get rid of random little pieces like this. I just chuck them down somewhere. It's too big. I don't normally arrange this at my sewing machine. I do it on the table in front of my sewing machine, so. And normally, I don't know why, when I film stuff like this, always takes so much longer. I don't know why. Yeah, usually I don't know, I just usually pick a piece and sew. Wish that green piece were longer. Okay, it's going to go like that. Yes, he's going like that. These threads are probably getting caught underneath. little guy. Okay, now I'm just going to do some more and then I'll just come back and show you. You get the idea. Okay, so I've sewn a few more pages and I'll just quickly show you them. Okay, so that's the one that I had already done. So you can see the stitching on the back. I really like when random colours and fabric goes together. I mean, they don't go together, but I like that they don't go together. Not a fan of this daisy fabric. I feel it needs to be more scruffy. I don't know. I might add something more on that one. This one, I think these would look so nice in vintage journals. This one, I've just put the coffee dyed curtain. This was cut off a blouse, and then underneath is just some of the plain white cotton that was part of the sheet with the butterflies. These are the type that I wanted to make for my raggedy journal. Like really raggedy like that. And this is just a single stitch. This one's got the curtain lace at the back. Another daisy one. This is some of that butterfly. And you can see they're all like loose. This one actually did 3 straight lines. I went one closer to the edge because actually I might take this off. It's a bit raggedy. Where's my scissors? This old curtain, it's so fragile. Look at that. It's another butterfly one. That's a bit of lace there, and that's just some gold fabric. That's vintage gold fabric. Might have seen some in the boho envelopes that I made. This one I love. This is a feather. This fabric is really beautiful. This was fabric, vintage fabric, handed down from my grandmother. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's got gold ink on top of the fabric. It's really pretty, like a metallic ink. I love that fabric. That's just another one of the flowers, and I've put gold down the edge. I've left all the threads there because my idea is when they go in a journal, all the threads hang out. And for these, I'll use these as regular pages, but you know, sometimes when you start a journal, you don't know what to use as the very first page. And I know a lot of people use scrapbook papers, but if you're like me and you don't use scrapbook papers, something like this would be good as the first page. I really love how this one turned out. This is this was that brownish one. I didn't use a lot of that. I actually had trouble using that with the coloured florals, so only did a few, I think. It's another one. Some of that green fabric. That's really pretty. I love that green. I love the brown one as well, but I'll have to find a different use for it. And that's another scrappy one. So you see, if you fold them exactly, it'll hang out. Anyway, those are my raggedy pages. I love how they look from the side. I just love journals that have all stuff hanging over the edge. I think it looks really, really pretty. Anyway, so I'm going to put some of these packs into my Etsy 10 of the pages will be from this bundle. I don't know which ones. And some of them I'm sending as kind of a little happy mail to someone. So 10 of these pages will go in my Etsy and 5 pages will go in a little happy mail. And but I'll be making some more little raggedy pages, but I've got a few other sewn projects that I've done over the weekend that I'll show as well with the rest of the packs that I make up. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.